Hi everyone, I am Ria and here to explore the topic function definition and declaration in C programming. Sometimes our program gets bigger in size and it's not possible for a programmer to track which piece of code is doing what. Function is a way to break our code into chunks so that it is possible for a programmer to reuse them. What is function? A function is a block of code which performs a particular task. A function can be reused by the programmer in a given program any number of times. Syntax, header, function prototype void display. Here void indicates that no returning any value. Integer variable declaration. Display function call return statement. Void display print hi I am display slash n is a function definition. We see how function works in example. Now function prototype. Function prototype informs the compiler about a function that will be defined later in the program. The void keyword indicates that the function does not return any value. Here integer sum integer is a function prototype informs the compiler a function will be defined later in the program. Function call. Function call instructs the compiler to execute the function's body when the call is made. Note, the program execution starts from the main function and follows sequence of instructions written. Here sum a1 b1 is a function call instructs compiler to execute function's body. Function definition. This part contains the exact set of instructions executed during the function call. When a function is called from main, the main function pauses and temporarily suspends. During this time, control transfers to the called function. Once the function finishes executing, main resumes. Note: execution of a C program starts from main. A C program can have more than one function. Every function gets called directly or indirectly from main. Why use functions? To avoid rewriting the same logic again and again, to keep track of what we are doing in the program, to test and check logic independently. Types of functions. There are mainly two types of functions in C: library functions and user defined functions. Library functions, commonly required functions grouped together in a library file on disk. User defined function. These are the functions declared and defined by the user. Now we see the example and see how function works. Here is an example with header integer sum integer is a function prototype which declares which instructs compiler to be defined later in the program. Here print here integer sum xy integer y printf and then x plus y is a function definition is the main body of function when call it executes when call is instructs the compiler. Sum a or b is a function call. It instructs the compiler to execute the function body. Here we for call integer a1 or b. When we run it, the output is the sum 3, 35, and 29. This is the work of function and function works like this. Thank you.